All right, we take emails at jbycshow@gmail.com.
I don't know about that.
We have an email address. You can send your emails to us and we can read them on the show. Ask us questions. We'll answer them just like the one we're about to do. But do that because this is going to be my favorite part of the show. I know it already. We got an email. It says, "Dear JBYC panel," we're a panel.
Hi.
My girlfriend and I met at work and still work together in the same department. We've been pretty serious about each other for about 5 months. The problem is that we're both up for the same promotion, and we both want it really badly. What should I do? Signed, Ambitiously Ambiguous in Albany. Now, listen, guys. This is where we have a critical choice to make at this juncture. Do we answer these questions
What are their current
seriously?
I mean, we do both.
All right. What is their current job? Well, we can't ask. We don't know that. We have to.
Okay, so if one makes a lot more money than the other one, then I feel like there's definitely a then the person that has a bigger rung to jump has like a better claim on that.
Bobby Ryan is going the Vulcan route.
Right. So you're min maxing the economics of the situation, right?
The logical conclusion.
Two of us still live in this hellscape, and it's rough. And having more money is good if you're going to end up being a couple.
But don't you feel like that's a little short-sighted, Ryan? They might not be together forever, and he or she might be shooting themselves in the foot.
Then you both go for it, and you deal.
Bobby's
with
the Ferengi.
Where's
the profit?
Wait, I'm doing the profit though.
No, you're Vulcaning it. The Ferengi's like literally.
You're doing
sell out their
individual
family members.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
at
doing
every opportunity. It's one of the rules of acquisition.
It literally is one of the rules of acquisition.
Yeah. So I think you're the Vulcan, Ryan. Bob's the Ferengi.
I think it's like.
And I'm going to be the.
I think the rule. I don't know the number, but it is like profit before family or something like that.
I'm gonna go irrational Starfleet human honor. I would just say like, look, if you're in Starfleet and because this happens in Star Trek, all the time. Two people who really care about each other are both competing for the same thing. Like for instance, in episodes like 2 and 3 of Star Trek Voyager, where Torres and some other dinky minor character are both trying to go for the chief engineer position, right? Well, they're both. Well, technically, Torres isn't really in Starfleet. She's actually a Maquis. But anyway, sorry. I'm trying not to geek out too hard. But anyway, you be professional and you respect each other and you do the best. You both do the best you can, and you secretly behind the scenes at all times seek to overthrow capitalism and dismantle the hierarchy of the place. Salt a union, and then you don't have to fight each other.
That's
you
not
can work together.
Talk.
But in the meantime, yeah, I know that's definitely like I'm more Maquis than Starfleet. No, but I would just say like, look, you're both in a terrible situation. You both care about each other. Just respect each other. I would just not even. I would. Okay. Simplest way to put it: keep your relationship and your work life like totally separate.
Okay, I have a solution. Like, you devise a series of events like we used to do on every Saturday.
House challenges.
Challenges. You have an independent person make several of them so that it's equal.
Cannot be a coworker.
No. If you want to get the boss that's actually going to look at these,
even better. Yeah.
So make it part of
part of the application, the interview process.
You might want to ask him who else is in there because it might be other people. So it's you, your girlfriend, and Bob. Let's say those are the 3 people. So have the boss. He's like, okay, I'm going to judge you upon your actual merit, but also how you do in these series of ever increasing in difficulty challenges.
Yeah.
Like sure. Festivus challenges?
No, I was thinking like Ninja Warrior or like Boxcar Derby or like
stand on one foot. Capitalist libertarian meritocracy to the total extreme.
Yeah.
Who has the most merit?
So side question, which faction do each of us represent from Deep Space Nine? Clearly, Edge is the Maquis. Ryan.
There are no Vulcans in Deep Space Nine, so
yeah. Ryan, are you Starfleet?
Romulan. Like 20 years ago, I was called a robot.
You have to be Romulan.
Romulan.
Sorry.
I guess they are.
They don't
kind
have
of,
Vulcans, and Romulans are the closest
I
equivalent.
guess
There's
they are.
Rom- there's
They're
Rom-
they're cutthroat. They're very intense.
Although now that you're talking about all these tests and challenges of strength, maybe you're the Klingon, Ryan.
That's a good point. I don't think.
It'll be a General Martok. You're General Martok. It'll be a glorious battle.
What is it? Qualta
Sorry,
blade.
I just wanted to do my General Martok impression.
My Qualta blade. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I definitely would be a Ferengi though. I've loved the Ferengis too much.
The
Quark
Ferengi episodes
Quark
are
is my
lovely.
favorite.
Actually,
Quark
the
is my
Picard
favorite Star
series
Trek
they're doing
character of
should
all time.
be
Yeah.
like I'm telling you, I'm absolutely serious. The new Picard series should just be like Picard has to live on Ferenginar, and all the other characters are Ferengis.
Hold on.
So this
the
is like a
name of the
sitcom.
planet?
I would watch every episode.
Yeah.
Yes, no, a Ferengi sitcom. Luna and I were talking about how awesome it would be if they literally just made a Ferengi sitcom. And it's just like the dad is like an old-fashioned conservative Ferengi, and the mom is like getting in with the times and starting to like wear clothes all the time, and the kids are just like totally countercultural and Ferengi. It would be so good, so good. I would
Yeah.
love that show.
Ferenginard?
They'll
Ferenginar,
never
that's
make
the home planet.
Nar.
The
I heard Nard.
Yeah, who
With
was
D on there.
who was that guy Quark's nephew or whatever it was? What was his name?
Nog?
Nog. Yeah, Nog would be
Nog.
on there trying to teach people about baseball and
Yeah,
and
it would be such a good show.
yeah.
So what you do is you both pick your favorite Star Trek series.
Yes, this is the way
Then
you do it.
Then you ask,
Pick
you
a
put
Star
it
Trek
on,
faction.
you put it on your resume, and then whichever is closest to what the boss guy actually thinks what his favorite is. Like it's like, oh, I'm a Next Gen fan also. Then that person wins. Whoever.
No, I was gonna say pick a Star Trek species. Each of you picks a Star Trek species, and then your boss also has to pick a Star Trek species, and then you just role play a scenario.
Yes.
Like you can actually just go on eBay and buy the old Star Trek role playing
In like a
game,
group interview.
and everyone make instead of resumes and like progress reports, you actually just roll up some character sheets, and you just
You
dice it out.
LARP and whoever survives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
the-
I
is- it
love
gets-
this
gets
idea.
that position.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you've got oh man, who would you pick though? If you want to clearly, Klingon's an obvious choice, but
I mean, in the workplace, I would probably go Ferengi.
well, again,
But
it
Klingon's
depends.
not a
We
bad
don't,
choice
not
if
knowing
you don't
what the
mind shedding
business is.
blood.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
You
You're
could
not
just-
going to have weapons in the interview. You
Says
can
you.
improvise. Says yeah.
If the
okay,
boss is
yes.
a Klingon, then there's going to be weapons in the interview.
Yeah, but he's the boss.
Challenge
Like,
of batleths.
Yes.
he opens the drawer next to him, and then he's just like, "Here, yours." And then they both get up on like, then all the walls pull away, and there's this like fire, and it's like, dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Kapla.
Sorry, we've completely alienated anyone in our audience that doesn't watch Star Trek by this point.
We did not.
Yeah.
'Cause we kept on answering the question.
Yeah. So I do
We
think
gave
that
several solutions.
basically you're screwed. You have to break up and
Just watch Star Trek
Yeah.
and don't worry about the job and just whoever gets it, gets it.
both of you quit your job, find new jobs, start a business of your own, be a
No,
capitalist.
Co-op. Co-op. I would say salt a union together. That's the real victory.
That's a good idea. Let's do.
Just like Rom did in Deep Space Nine.
What did Ron
Is
do?
that transition, Bobo?
Yeah,
Ron
I'm
started
looking
a
for
union.
it right here. I'm doing it right now. That's
Rom
not the right
quoted
one.
Marx in an episode of Deep Space Nine to Quark's
I
face.
can't find it.
It was
Jesus
the
Christ.
greatest moment in Star Trek history.